Hello. Look at the world today. Conflicts, crises, instability. We hear many versions of the causes, but what if it's all not a coincidence? What if behind every crisis lies a single goal, to preserve a dying hegemony? Let's figure it out. We'll talk about Donald Trump, but not as a politician, but as a symptom. His rise is an uprising of national American capital against globalist financiers. This is a battle for America's future, and it extends beyond U.S. borders. The crisis of faith and values. The first thing America is losing is not money or its army, but its spiritual foundation. The American dream, the idea that anyone can achieve success, no longer works. It has become a ghost. Within the country, there is a huge split. Traditional values have been abandoned, and this is weakening the nation from within. The economic failure. The U.S. is no longer an economic giant, but a patient with a severe illness. The industry that once was the basis of its power has been outsourced to China. The real sector of America's economy now accounts for only 20% of GDP. By some estimates, China has already surpassed the U.S. in the volume of its economy, and this is the most terrifying challenge to American hegemony. The loss of technological superiority. Not long ago, America was a leader in technology. Today, that is not the case. The most striking example, the U.S. has lost its expertise in uranium enrichment. They simply cannot do what Russia, North Korea, and Iran can. At the same time, they are catastrophically behind in the development of hypersonic weapons. This is not just a failure. It's the loss of a critical technological lead. Defeat on the battlefield. The military power of the U.S., once considered invincible, has shown its ineffectiveness. Defeats in Iraq and Afghanistan at the hands of irregular forces prove that even a massive army cannot solve all problems. Their soft power also failed. The Arab Spring attempt collapsed, and the American model of democracy did not take root. Most importantly, they could not provide complete security for Ukraine. Why did the U.S. push Ukraine in a conflict? And this is where we get to the main question. Why? The answer is simple: to solve their own problems at someone else's expense. First, energy profit. Due to sanctions, Europe is forced to abandon cheap Russian gas and switch to expensive American LNG. This benefits Washington, as it weakens the European economy and forces capital and manufacturing to move to the U.S. Second, weakening of competitors. The conflict in Ukraine is a tool for the maximum weakening of Russia. While the two countries exhaust themselves, the U.S. can focus on its main strategic rival, China. Conclusion: paths to salvation. The U.S. has two remaining paths to maintain its status as a world leader. The first is the globalist path, to continue confrontation around the world, to keep allies under control and weaken opponents. This is the strategy we see now. The second is the Trumpist path, to abandon foreign wars, bring manufacturing and jobs back to the U.S., and focus on their own revival. This is a strategy of isolationism and reindustrialization. We see that U.S. attempts to maintain dominance through aggressive actions on the world stage are leading to even greater chaos. The question remains, will the U.S. be able to regain its leadership, or are we witnessing the decline of a great empire?